The rain clung to her hair, streaking across her face as rivulets of mascara bled down her cheeks like war paint smudged by surrender. She stood at my door, shivering, soaked, unraveling, with her sobs breaking like waves against the stillness of the evening. Her voice was jagged with desperation, each word trembling under the weight of her panic. "It was only a game," she cried, her breath catching in short, broken gasps. I looked at her, really looked at her, for the first time in what felt like years. My expression was stone, unflinching. "Fine," I said, my voice stripped of any softness. "I aced it." And with that, I closed the door. 3 days earlier, we stood in the kitchen, bare feet on cold tiles, her presence soft and casual, as if nothing hung in the balance. A mug of coffee warmed my hands, but her words sent a chill through me. "What if we acted like we were done?" she said breezily, like suggesting takeout instead of home cooking, like she wasn't tearing at the fabric of everything we'd built. Just a test, she claimed. A short break. A harmless little experiment in detachment. I didn't argue, didn't plead. I simply nodded. "If that's what you need." Those were the last words I gave her without a guard. 7 years we had spent interweaving our lives with threads of ritual and trust. Sunday mornings filled with jazz and the smell of pancakes. Her icy feet always seeking mine beneath the covers. The quiet whispers before sleep when she'd say, "Swear you'll never walk away." And I'd promise with all the certainty in the world. But betrayal, I've come to understand, doesn't always crash in. Sometimes it tiptoes, dressed in laughter and familiarity, until you realize too late it's holding a knife behind its back. By the third day, I hadn't called. Hadn't sent so much as a message. I let the silence grow roots. And then I saw it, her Instagram story. The blow didn't roar. It sliced silently, cleanly. There she was, smiling like freedom had kissed her, wrapped in the arms of some stranger, his sculpted frame smug and confident, his hand on her hip like it belonged there. The caption, moving on. No context, no apology, just a declaration that I had been erased. I didn't rage, didn't throw the phone. I didn't collapse. Instead, I picked up a pen. *1. Replace the locks. *2. Call the lawyer. *3. Pack every trace of her. I moved like a machine. Not broken, just methodical. If she wanted distance, I'd show her what miles felt like. If she wanted a taste of detachment, I'd serve it cold and clinical. Over the next 48 hours, I became something else. Her dresses, her shoes, that hideous lamp she loved, each one folded, boxed, and set by the door. Her shampoo in the shower, her book half-read on the nightstand. All gone. I didn't break anything. I preserved it. That's what made it worse. I updated passwords, rerouted the accounts, took her name off the lease. Not out of spite, out of precision. She wanted a game. I drew the scoreboard. Then came the storm. She appeared, soaked and shaking, mascara bleeding like ink in the rain. Her expression flickered with disbelief as her eyes caught the boxes. The change lock. She knocked, then pounded. "Love, come on. Don't be dramatic." I opened the door slowly, standing in the frame like a wall she hadn't expected to hit. She stepped forward instinctively. I didn't move. Her eyes flicked back to the boxes. "What is this?" I handed her the spare key she'd left behind days ago. She stared at it like it was an artifact from a life she'd forgotten. "This isn't funny," she whispered. "That post, it was just to get a reaction. He's just a friend. It was part of the game." I smiled, not out of amusement, but because I finally saw the truth written across her face. She thought I was still playing by her rules. "You said we should act like we were done," I said quietly. "So I acted. You wanted to feel something. Now you do. You shared him. I shared nothing." Her lips quivered. "I didn't mean to hurt you. I meant every move I made." I replied. She collapsed right there on the doormat, crumbling into herself, her hands hiding a face that once wore certainty like a crown. "I messed up," she sobbed. "I thought you'd chase me." I knelt beside her, close enough for her to hear the truth in my voice. "I did chase," I said, softly but with steel. For years. I chased us while you were busy testing how long I'd stay silent. You didn't see the battles I fought because you were too busy daring me to fight. Then I stood, letting her cries fill the hallway, letting the neighbors peer through their curtains if they wished. She had earned the stage she was now crumbling on. She pleaded, promised, offered 1,000 fragile words as currency for redemption. But I didn't want vengeance. I didn't want war. I wanted my peace. So I walked away, not to punish her, but to protect what little of myself she hadn't broken. In the weeks that followed, she sent messages, long, aching attempt to unspool regret into forgiveness. Stories from our past. Confessions wrapped in desperation. I didn't block her. I let the words come. I read each one, and I felt nothing, because that is the true consequence. Not anger, not retribution, but indifference. Now, I sleep diagonally across my bed. Jazz still hums through my Sunday mornings, and pancakes sizzle on the stove just for me. I dance in the kitchen alone, and somehow it feels lighter than it ever did with her. Sometimes, the greatest kindness you can offer the one who tested your love is to pass the test and leave them to carry the weight of their own failure.